I grew up in Belfast. I guess you call me a Belfast boy, along with George Best and stuff like that. But Belfast has changed so much over the years. As a kid here, I went to school downtown. Those were the dark days, the mid-70s, the early 80s. Nowadays, it's totally changed, It's such a bright, fun, vibrant city. It's kind of like we've got a taste for what a normal city is, and we're just so happy, delighted. It's like Christmas for us. It's a vibrant, fun city that is still warm and full of that natural Irish hospitality. From my point of view, Belfast, from a restaurant point of view, is the best restaurant town outside of London. But maybe that's because I know all the good restaurants here. But I could name you 10 really good restaurants where you'd be really happy to go out to and have great meals at. I've got 2 restaurants here in Belfast. Restaurants called Roscoff and Cayenne. This is Roscoff. This is sort of like a modern French Irish restaurant. It's a wee bit posh and stuff, It's got lovely, friendly, relaxed service, but we're quite serious about the food that we do and the wine and things like that. So I guess people would call this a gourmet restaurant. We've got some great natural products in Northern Ireland. I mean, when I first came back here to work as a chef, I'd never worked as a chef here before. And it was one of the things I was really delighted and surprised about, was how wonderful the local produce is. I mean, from the local fresh vegetables, fields and fields of cabbages and potatoes and carrots and parsnips and all that sort of stuff. But we have some great small growers as well that, in season deliver fresh herbs, organic vegetables, salads, that type of thing. And wonderful fish and shellfish. I mean, because we're such a small island, you're only ever really, 30, 40 miles from the coast. So we have these little day boats that go out every day and come back every day. So we get this wonderful fresh fish, lovely lobsters and prawns and scallops and things like that. My other restaurant, Cayenne, is more cool, more funky. I traveled a lot when I was younger. Spent a lot of time in Asia, the States, Mexico, that sort of thing. So I have this love of spice. Cayenne's a type of chili pepper. So Cayenne is a sort of spicy, cool, funky restaurant where I take dishes and I sort of mix it all up, Kind of that fusion food that we talk about nowadays. But in Ireland, we're not very good at it, so we call it confusion food. Just joking. I think if you're spending a little bit of time in Belfast, you've got to do some of the good local pubs. I mean, even in the dark days, we used to be proud of our famous pub around the corner called the Crown Bar. I think it's the only National Trust pub in the UK, and it's a bit of a legend. They've got these little cubicles in there, like little booths. People used to sit in sort of snugly and drink, and then you had a bell that you pressed and someone would come over and deliver your Guinness, etc. So you could have little private tete-a-tetes in there, but you couldn't have anything private because it's so busy, but a fantastic pint of Guinness in the Crown. We have a good selection of hotels now in Belfast. The new one is probably the Merchant down in the Cathedral Quarter. That's probably like the style hotel, the romantic hotel. It's got great bars and it's a pretty cool place to stay. So if you're coming to the weekend with your wife, anniversary, your girlfriend, that's maybe one of the great places to stay. But we've got lots of famous sort of old hotels. I mean, legendary hotel really in Belfast is the Europa, which used to, I'm not sure if it still is, it used to be the most bombed hotel in the world. I mean, we had a do here with Jimmy Nesbitt and Liam Neeson. So they stayed at the Europa, which is just around the corner. It's handy because it's right downtown. And so, if you'd been here that weekend and you were staying at the Europa, not only could you have said that you were staying at the most bombed hotel in the world, but you would have seen Liam Neeson and Jimmy Nesbitt sitting up in the bar, drinking till 4 o'clock in the morning, and you could have said you were hanging out with those guys. How cool is that, eh? Belfast is not just buzzing from a nightlife point of view, there's a great sort of retail environment here We have lots of good shopping. When people come over, they say, oh, we love the shopping, we love the service in the shops. And most recently, I mean, we have this new Victoria Square, which has opened. And Victoria Square, it's a bit of a milestone as far as Belfast is concerned. It's one of the largest, inner city retail developments in Europe, at nearly 1 million square feet of sort of retail shopping and entertainment. In Belfast, to have something like that, for us it's like, oh my goodness, we really have come of age. We also have a lovely market called St. George's Market. It's open Fridays and Saturdays. Great place to visit if you like your food. There's lots of food retailers down there, fishermen, butchers, farmers, that sort of thing. That's a great sort of foodie opportunity. Not that you're going to take it back to your hotel and cook it though. Another one of the great things about using Belfast as a base is that if you stay here, you're only really 20 minutes away from the coast. So if you hire a car, you can be walking along a beach in 20 minutes, an hour, you can be at the Giant's Causeway on the north coast. So it's a fantastic base where you can go out and about and then come back and have lovely meals and a nightlife here in the evening. Belfast has been very kind to me since I came home. I opened my restaurant, first restaurant here in 1989. And in '91, I got Northern Ireland's first ever Michelin star, which sort of put me on the map really as a celebrity chef, and that led to various TV work and working on the mainland. I mean, I guess to readers of the Daily Mail or to people who watch TV in the UK mainland, I'm the Irish chef that they know from programs like Ready Steady Cook, etc. So Northern Ireland's been very kind to me. I never would have expected to have this celebrity chef type status. It's still a bit of a surprise sometimes, I guess. But I milk it rightly, Yeah, I am the Irish chef. I'm very proud of it. Very proud to be from Belfast.